Ladies and gentlemen, today at the Supreme Court, IBC lawyers, especially those for Wafula Chebukati, were at pain to explain how chaos at Bomas prevented the tallying and verification of results from 27 constituencies, and how it did not have an impact on the final results of announcing William Ruto as the president-elect.
But remember that there was an extra day by which Mr. Chebukati could have declared the result. Why did he not wait until that day? Violence or no violence? Perhaps you have another reason. Reach out to the commissioners, the four that are now named the four. Try and reach a consensus. Address the question of the 27 constituencies so that these suspicions that have now cropped up would not have been an issue. Is there any other reason why he did not take advantage of the extra day to do what he had to do?
Well, the decision by Wafula Chebukati to announce the president-elect before tallying and verifying the 27 remaining constituencies at Bomas could have a major impact on the final outcome of this presidential petition, for it rests on the foundation of integrity of the election itself. The question the judges were asking were, why did Wafula Chebukati all of a sudden stop following the normal procedures and hurriedly rush to announce the president-elect or the final tally of the results? Why couldn't he wait and get a consensus with the other commissioners who had agreed to pull out of the process? If indeed there were chaos at Bomas, and the chaos we saw they subsided after some time, why couldn't he wait? He still had an extra day to announce the results. But we saw Chebukati going in and out of Bomas and finally coming up with a final tally. And this question will haunt Chebukati for a long time. If it emerges that he breached protocol, there were integrity issues, the so-called 27 constituencies were not factored in the final tally, or they were factored in before confirmation whether the correct results for each candidate were factored in, then it will lead to annulment of the election. And of course, major sanction on Wafula Chebukati in person. That is, he'll be removed from the office of the chairman of IEBC. Again, on this issue, we ask yourself, did Chebukati know the final winner of the presidential election before even the tally? For we saw he had invited the president-elect to be William Ruto, who came with his family, including his mother. So it means he had a hint of what was going to happen. We also saw Raila Odinga, the apparent loser, did not show up. Had he been briefed that he will not be announced as the winner, and yet the rest of the country was in the dark. We did not know what was happening. And this is even a question that was asked by the judges. Deputy CJ Mulu asked, we are seeing the results being streamed on TV. How come the streaming stopped all of a sudden? And then the whole process became opaque, and now we had the results. Another dangerous issue that could have happened when the Chebukati function and the Cherera function decided to hold two different press conferences. What could have happened if Juliana Cherera at Serena Hotel, where she was holding her press conference, decided to announce her own results? It could have led the country to descend into chaos, for we could have had two guys with president-elect certificates, and everyone would claim that they were issued this certificate by IBC. So this lack of consensus boils down the issue of integrity, and it will greatly affect this petition positively for the petitioners, for it might be lead to annulment of the election, and negatively to the respondents who will have to go back to the drawing board and prepare for a rerun of the elections. Well, this issue needs to be responded tomorrow by the respondent's lawyer. And of course, the petitioner's lawyer will have to insist that this is an important factor or an important point in their case to show that the whole process was not transparent, lacked integrity, and hence the election need to be annulled, just as it happened in 2017 by Justice David Maraga, who said that election is not an event, it's a process, and the process must have integrity. That is all. Kindly like and subscribe this channel.